Goody.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? It is Zombies here again, and today we have another team comp for you. This is actually one of the ones that I went over in my Meta Monday video a few days ago, and basically it is Nature Samuro. So this has gotten really popular on ladder recently. It's been taken to number one NA by JustinBieber, who was, I think they're still holding down number one right now. Um, and I think they're the one that first popularized the deck, at least on the North American servers. Um, I know it was also brought, I believe, to the recent Global Invitational, so it got kind of popularized from there as well. And I've been seeing a whole ton of it on ladder, so I figured had to try it myself, see how it would go. So it's really solid lineup. I really like what we have going on here. Basically, the idea with this comp is for our nature units, we have Brukan and Malfurion to start off with. Malfurion's just basically speeding himself and Brukan up, as well as our members off the bench who have nature abilities like Karen and Cookie. And he's healing us at the same time with Life Root Staff. Gonna be healing us up. So that's really helpful. Brukan is really good because he has all his abilities are just kind of insane. So his base ability, it's a little slow by itself, but when you factor in that Malfurion speed up, it's pretty fast. But plus 3 nature damage, we have a super nature focused lineup here, so that ends up making all of our abilities scale up pretty nicely. Muddy Footing is really, really huge. This ability can really change certain matchups and outcomes. Like just having this ability available on turn one against beasts, for example, can totally mess up their plan. Because instead of getting a chance to try and one hit the Brukan, which normally they would damage it with Rexar, so it's the lowest health unit, so that way Crush is guaranteed to hit it, because Crush attacks the lowest health enemy. But with this, you can slow Rexar's ability, so it actually happens after the Crush, and that can mess that up, and it really kind of messes up the Nature start pretty hard. So that's just a really great ability. It is important to note that slow is whatever its next ability is, so you do have to keep that in mind. Some of the different slows, like Karen's slow and a couple of the other ones, are specifically next turn, but this is next ability, so sometimes you can get that slow off for that turn, or if you know you're going to go second, you can account for that slow on the next turn. And then Chain Lightning, this ability is really nuts, especially when combined with Lightning Rod. So Chain Lightning repeats on 2 additional enemies but has +1 cooldown. So basically, in the beginning, you kind of want to spam Lightning Bolt as much as you can when you don't need to be getting a slow ability off, because that kind of charges up your Chain Lightning, and it can be super useful for killing a Mukla or enemy Malfurion, or really any just protector in general, because it just absolutely shreds them. Definitely a good way of dealing with opposing Karens. But yeah, Brukan's just really nutty unit. He's been really much better than I thought he would be, because I didn't really see him a whole ton outside of like pure nature comps, which is more like who else are they running? I've seen some have Brightwing. I've seen some have Guff, but I haven't seen those lists in a little while. Then we have Samuro, just, probably the best fighter right now alongside Diablo. He's just really, really good. The nice thing about this comp is we do have units that can combo with him. So we do have 4 speed here and 4 speed here, so we can kind of guarantee our double strike is going to actually get us to attack twice. And we are running Burning Blade, so he does get that additional +2/+2 on attack. Samuro, yeah, he's just generically really good, and he kind of prevents us from being taken down by more caster focused startups, like some of the triple caster ones, or the Anduin Velen or Shadow Comp. So he's just kind of there to answer those problems, and he just scales really well by himself into the late game. Got the classic Karen Diablo combo. One nice thing about this is Karen actually does get nature synergy with both Brukan and Malfurion. So Malfurion can actually speed up both his, or no, it's just his Earth Stomp, not Endurance Aura. So he only has one nature ability, but it's still very good. That additional healing you can get with the Malfurion, or being able to get off a 2-speed one sometimes when you switch in Karen can be really, really clutch. And its damage scales up with Brukan. So if they've been ignoring your Brukan, which sometimes they do because you have 81 health, and with Cookie you have 90 health, so he's really not that easy to kill super quickly. So if he's just scaling up, then Karen's Earth Stomp, not only is it like a super great slow, it becomes like a rather high damaging AoE. Diablo, just incredibly good. We do a lot of just killing off units in one turn sometimes with the Chain Lightning. So if you can switch, sometimes it's right to switch Diablo in early on. That way he actually sees like 1, 2, 3 mercenaries die, or some of the spawns or tokens die, and it just keeps him getting more health so he can survive further on into the late game. Usually end up throwing down Karen first because Karen kind of synergizes pretty well with whatever 2 other units I have left, and then I'll get in Diablo after. And then last but not least, we have Cookie here. Cookie is he's just been insane. Like I was talking about in the Meta Monday video, basically we have seen him rise to the top of the ranks of the basically kind of the best mercenary from internal data, and I totally understand why. He just has some really stacked abilities. Appetizers is just way too good. It's such an insane ability that he has from the bench, giving that +9 health. Being able to snipe an enemy at 10 or less health, or 20 if they're a protector, and that additional 15 health can end up being really big. The bleed, even though it's probably his least used ability, it's not a bad ability by any means, and it definitely can be good if you're not seeing any healing on the opponent's side, or you've already dealt with all their healers and you're just trying to survive to the late game. And then we have Go Fish. Go Fish has been really good in terms of comboing with Karen Diablo, because it spawns a fish that when it dies gives you a positive effect. So that can be heal your units, buff your units, damage the enemy units, a few different things. But the nice thing with this is if you combo it with Karen and Diablo, basically it gives you another tick on the Fire Stomp trigger, and you will basically guarantee to kill the fish spawn. So you'll get either one of those bonus effects as well at the same time, which can be really devastating. So yeah, it's a really good comp, and we're gonna see if we can find us some games with it. And we've got ourselves a game. Standard nature opening.
The void is filled with many whispers.
And obey.
Alright, what do we want to do here? So Shadow Samuro. Damage his Samuro. We want to slow anything. Yeah, we'll slow. We'll slow the Vol'jin. Go for the kill on the Vol'jin.
Job's done.
Yep, got the kill off. We lose our mouth, but that's okay. Throw down Karen.
Job's done.
The Earth Mother is near.
Okay, so this turn. Part of me wants to speed up for the guaranteed taunt. Whirling Blade seems pretty decent. I think I want to slow. No, I want to speed up because I really can't afford to let Samuro bonk into me. Whirling Blade. And we'll just start scaling up our Brukan nature. Damage. Alright. I think that worked out fine. See how this goes. Alright, they're speeding up. Goes for the snipe on Karen, which is going to be bad for me.
My blade seeks vengeance.
But now, well, now they don't have. Now they're slower, so I can just Whirling Blade. Oh, this sucks because it's just a tough position because I can't speed up Whirling Blade because it's one off of killing Natalie. So I have to go for Earth Stomp. Try and slow the Karen.
Job's done.
Yep, let's go for it. They go for the heal and the mirror image. Okay. I think we're fine. Yeah, that worked out great. I think going for the mirror image there was a possible mistake. Maybe not though. Now they have Cookie, which can come in for the snipe. And that snipe gets off before we even get our Karen in. So there's probably not any point to speeding up with Karen. We might as well just go for some last possible damage. We're gonna mirror image their guy. And who do we want to hit here? Might as well. Well, if we have Sylvanas. Or no, we don't have Sylvanas. We have Diablo and we have Cookie left. So I think we want to. Gosh, this is tough. It's either their Cookie or their Diablo. I think they're Diablo. Okay, this has worked out. So now it's our cookie Diablo upstairs, but we also have a Samuro, so I think we should be favored here. And we can use these two together to get Samuro to punch twice, and then we just go... How much damage will that be? That'll be enough to kill him. So we go for Apocalypse on the Diablo. But we shouldn't have any problem wrapping this up here. Yeah, now we're big and we murdered Cookie. Yeah. We should be fine now. Hit there. Whirling Blade so we survive. We actually want to punch him and slow him. And what does this do? Actually, it's worth attacking in with this here because it'll make his AoE worse. Even though it deals no damage. It's like, cool, your Diablo's slightly larger, but it's not going to make a big difference, I don't believe. Now I think we just start going for the kill here.
Job's done.
I think that should kill, right? He's going to hit twice. Yeah. GG.
For the wild, the elements unbound.
And we actually want to use Samuro on the left.
The spirits be
Embrace nothing!
I hear and obey.
Alright, so I'll move here. Damage there, Samuro. Slow down. And hit.
Job's done.
Is it more important to focus through Natalie or Vol'jin here, though, is the question. I think it might actually be Vol'jin. Let's try it like that. Alright. Boom. Wow, our Malfurion actually survived? That usually does not happen.
Job's done.
Cookie HP coming in clutch. Okay, so, best course of action here. We are 100% rooting this Samuro. Do I want to slow the Karen? Is there any point in slowing the Karen? I don't think there's a whole ton of point. The only relevant thing is if he speeds up for some reason. It could be relevant if he wins the speed tie, but I think that's a risk worth taking. And do we want to punch in, mirror image, or whirling blade? Kind of like whirling blade here. Yeah, let's do that. Light beam, sure. Alright, you get rooted. Earth Stomp, yep, kind of what I was expecting. It's a little bit annoying he got his one off first, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Being slow definitely sucks, though. And Malphite doesn't really matter because they're just going to kill him. The speed up seems unnecessary in my opinion, but I guess they're doing it for the taunt. Wait, are they actually letting Malfurion live? That can't be right. I do not think that is correct. Because now Cookie's gonna put them in a world of hurt. Okay, so play here. Unfortunately, we aren't going to get the death blow off with Cookie, but we are going to still kill the Karen, which is big. That'll deny his action for the turn. I think we want to go for Whirling Blade just to try and play around Rag.
Job's done.
Let's try it like this. Yeah, that's pretty huge. Denying Karen the action there. Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to pick off our dude here. Because now we're in a rather good spot, I would say. I really want to deal with this Karen right now, because then his Diablo is going to be way, way worse. So, what is the most effective way of doing this? I think we go Fish Feast, punch him with Samuro. Just go for some damage here. Because this thing's really not... I mean, the only scary part about Natalie is her healing. Which, don't get me wrong, it can be scary, but I think will be a lot less scary with Karen around to make his Diablo worse. Boom. Boom. So that is unfortunate, but I don't think it should be a problem, all things considered. So now we have Karen Diablo versus just probably they have just Diablo. Yep. And we can go for our Cookie combo. Summon the fish. Depending on what fish we get, could actually change the outcome here. If we get something that deals extra damage to them, that'd be pretty huge. Alright, so speed up. What fish do we get? Oh, we got the fish that heals us, so kind of a low roll, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Like Diablo just said, they're too late. Yep, they know it too. GG. Alright, 2/2/2. Oh, it's Rarn. Cool, cool.
The elements on fire.
We'll standard open here. See if he's trying out some new spicy comps. Alright, what are they running? Orcs? Orcs. Cool. Alright, what do we focus here? I think the Sorrowfang is the scary one. And there's not really any point to slowing them down, so I think we just get some damage on the Thrall. Boom, good damage. More good damage. Get some nice healing. That's gonna hurt for sure. Also hurts, but it's fine. Karen time. Oh, Karen's just insane here because we have 2 speed Earth Stomp. And it's buffed, so it's actually 26 damage. We can snipe the Thrall, and we can root the Rorka.
Job's done.
What are her abilities? Is there even a point to rooting her? Attack an enemy. Yes, there is. Okay. Yeah, we should be favored against orcs here. Cool comp, but the I don't think the meta's the most friendly towards it right now. Okay, well he played around the root, so that was smart.
Job's done.
Vol'jin, Gul'dan. Are any of Gul'dan's abilities Shadow? Yeah, Gul'dan has 1 Shadow ability. Siphon Life. So what, Vol'jin makes that 3 faster, so it goes from 7 to 4. Vol'jin... Does Vol'jin have anything that can pick us off here? Nope. Not quick enough. So... I think we do just go for the Chain Lightning. We speed up there. Might even just be right to just attack with Karen. I think that might just be correct. Chain Lightning there. And then attack Vol'jin.
Job's done.
That's fine. I mean, it's honestly better for us that he got that off first, because now we get more healing. Boom, boom, boom. We lose our Brukan, but Brukan already did more than enough work at this point. And now we just slam Diablo and kind of wreck his day. I do want to try out this Orc comp, though. It looks really fun. Does look like a fun time. So Diablo combo should clear. The question is, do we root? What are Garrosh's abilities? Attack, gain taunt. He's probably going for the gain taunt, I would imagine. Seems like the best one. So maybe we just go for a heal here. I kind of like it. I think heal puts us in a great spot. Because I don't see how his board deals with our board. Like, yeah, that's going to hurt, but we're just going to heal right out. Boom, goes for the attack. I respect it. Wow, that was a lot of healing. Alright. But we're still in a fine spot. Yeah, GG. And we've got another game. Three casters, so maybe Shadow.
For the wild, the elements unbound, flow through me.
Could be Shadow.
I'm ready.
Alright. Oh, not Shadow. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. What is the most effective means of dealing with this first? We do 10, so we can smack it. And then I think we just bop the Mukla. Start scaling our nature. Curious how this lines up against our lineup. We do take a little bit more damage there, but we do get some extra damage as well, so not too bad of a trade-off. I'm guessing he's got to focus the mouth. Yeah. It's not really that big of a deal, though, because we do kind of offset Varden's slow. He's probably going to taunt with the Mukla. So we'll just go for damage on it. If he taunts with the Mukla, I think we're better off going for the Whirling Blade. It's not going to save us any damage from either of his dudes, though. But it does get some nice damage off on them. And then I think we just zap the Mukla again. Yep, he goes for the taunt, as expected. See, I don't think he can apply enough pressure to really mess with us here. Okay, I guess the freeze was good for him, but now we have Cookie, who isn't going to be in a good spot here. Because Cookie can just snipe. So we go Cookie, and then might be time for Chain Lightning. I think I actually want to go and slow the Varden, though, in case he tries to freeze me. And then we'll go for the kill on the Varden.
Job's done.
I think that makes sense. Alright, very nice. Slow off. We get the kill on Varden. Kind of sucks freezing Samuro, but we will try and get through it as best we can. Anduin, Tyrion. That's cool. You don't see Tyrion very much. I think I just kind of want to set him up to get wrecked by Diablo. So we'll go for a fish. It's probably greedy not to go for a chain lightning. What's the most Tyrion can do to me? It can attack. But that's 18. That's not very much. 18, 10 from the Anduin. Even with the Jaina, it's not that scary. Is there any benefit from slowing this turn? Not that I can really see. I think we will go for it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done it like that. Because now I can jump to the fish. Which is what it did. Oh, it jumped to the fish twice. But it did heal me, which isn't bad. That actually might not be bad because it denied Anduin healing, right? Or no, it went after. Yeah, it went after. So it didn't deny any Anduin healing. The healing on our guys was nice, though. For sure. Because now I can send... Oh, it's just tricky. I think Anduin has to go. So we go for the slow on him. Or do we? We need someone to hit Anduin first. But that could also be Cookie. I think Cookie's fine to hit Anduin first. Then do we slow or do we not slow is the question. I think I like slowing.
Job done.
Whoa. Okay, I'll be honest, I did not see that one coming. I thought he was going to go for the attack on the Brukan. Very interesting play. But I don't think it's going to help the whole ton. I mean, Jane is scary. Jane is at a lot of frost damage. So we really need to start killing her. I think we are going to go fish, though. Because we can just... We can kill the Anduin with a mirror image. And there's not much point in slowing anybody else. So I think we just go for some damage on the Tyrion.
Job's done.
So Anduin dies. You get a fish. Okay, you give your guys Divine Shield. The scary thing about this is, do I send out Diablo or Karen first? I think it has to be Karen. And they have Sylvanas. Okay, sure. So I think we go for Whirling Blade into Earth Stomp. And since they no longer have healing, we can go for Bleed with Cookie.
Job's done.
And we're basically just trying to set up so we can wreck them next turn with Diablo. Which I don't think they have any good way of playing around. I mean, I think they're one way of like playing around is trying to kill our Karen, but or I guess they play around it by not killing any mercenaries. That's true too. Well, now I think it makes more sense to snipe with Cookie. Oh, that could be kind of huge. It might be worth sniping that right away. His speeds are all rather slow except for Sylvanas, but Sylvanas could target Samuro, which would not be good for us. So I think we're going to go like that. And then we really need to get this Jaina down as much as possible. And then I think we have to go for the punch here. I think he's going to die before he can attack.
Job done.
So we get health.
I hear.
Bonk. Oh, that's annoying that it doesn't. Okay, yeah, we should be in a fine spot now, though. I'm really surprised he didn't go to kill our Samuro. This will kill Tyrion. And this should kill Jaina, potentially.
Job's done.
See how that goes. Okay, so he went for the... Okay. So we should just be able to win from here, I think. We go Apocalypse into Mirror Image and just attack with the cookie, I think. Just want as much damage as possible.
My blade seeks
Alright, yeah, so we do get the win here. Alright, so about as expected, the deck did really well. After seeing a bunch of other people play it and perform really well with it, I can't say I'm super surprised. It's a really, really strong comp. I think one of the benefits it has right now over some of the other top meta comps is it just feels really good into pretty much everything. Like there's not one matchup I've run into that really feels super unfavored. I'm sure one will be figured out eventually, but at least at the time playing this, I have not ran into anything that felt like super duper unfavored. It's just that Malfurion Samuro Brukan start is just really, really flexible and just seems to work really well into a lot of things. And then Karen, Diablo, and Cookie are just a really, pretty much all like S tier bench mercenaries. They just perform so well in the late game and kind of give you that little bit of extra sustain you need sometimes in order to have your character survive like an extra turn, which could totally change the game around. So yeah, I definitely recommend trying out this comp. If you are looking to climb, this is definitely a solid way to do so. It is, I don't know if it's not the most like unfriendly budget comp. We do have 2 rares, oh no, 3 rares. So Brukan, Samuro, Cookie are rares, then Diablo, Malfurion are 2 legendaries, and then we have Karen. But I think a lot of people at this point, if you've been playing a lot of PvP, you've probably either opened or farmed out and crafted Karen Diablo just because of how prominent in the meta they are. And then Malfurion, he's just also just a really solid craft because he is used in a lot of different compositions. Like, I really like the one featuring him with Anduin and Mukla's big brother. Mukla, that's a really solid one, and I think he's just going to be continue to be really good as more characters with nature abilities get introduced down the line. But yeah, so definitely recommend this comp. Definitely, if you're looking something solid to climb with, this is a really good way to do it. The only matchup I didn't ironically see as much of as I wanted to was the mirror match. Definitely have to definitely have to get some more games in there and get a better understanding of that. But I do believe the general strategy is you're just trying to deal with their Malfurion, because whoever kind of shuts down that healing first ends up at a not huge, but like pretty large disadvantage, especially because Malfurion can keep your excess speed going, which just makes your other mercs way more powerful. And then you got that faster slow with Brukan, eventually comboing into the chain lightning. So it's a really very strong, very versatile comp, and hopefully once I get some more games in the mirror match, I'll see if I can put out a little shorter matchup guide on that. But that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.